from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Monday, January 23, 2023. In the headlines, police to investigate shooting and subsequent death of Stephen Carrington in another police-involved incident with a mentally ill person. Cane co-workers protest management's decision to terminate harvesters' contracts. Senators debate tax amendment for alcohol and tobacco that comes into effect on February 1. In around the globe regionally, joint probe ongoing for several Guyanese facing drug trafficking charges. Internationally, French workers angered by French president's pension plan strike en masse. Plus, in the sports news, 6 teams advance in GFA Independence Cup. Good evening, I'm Ken Roy-Batiste here at Television Center at the Grenada Broadcasting Network. We'll be back right after this.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Thanks for joining us. The Royal Grenada Police Force has confirmed the occurrence of a police-involved shooting incident which took place on Thursday, January 19, 2023 at Montu St. George, resulting in 1 man being injured. Police responded to reports of a man behaving aggressively, which led them to the home of Stephen Carrington at Montu St. George. He was met with a cutlass in his hand. In response to actions by him, one of the officers discharged his firearm and Mr. Carrington received a gunshot wound. He was then subdued and immediately taken to the General Hospital for medical attention, where he was admitted as a patient. Stephen Carrington passed away at the General Hospital on Friday, January 20, 2023, while being treated for the gunshot wound. Investigations into the matter are ongoing. We can tell you too, a postmortem will be conducted to determine the cause of death. Other news, one of the organizations deeply concerned about the treatment of people with mental health issues is the Friends of the Mentally Ill. Joining us is President of the organization, Dr. Edwin Spencer. Dr. Spencer, good evening.
Good evening to you, sir.
Right. Another citizen with mental health issues died after being shot by police. What are your biggest concerns as an organization relative to the police carrying out their duty involving people with mental health issues?
But the biggest concern is that what we have for the entire population is that persons have to see, including of the police and everyone else, that those with mental illness are also human beings, citizens, and need to be treated that way. I don't know the circumstances of the situation that occurred, but I would think that the usual approach of the police to the patients, as far as we would hear from, we learned from speaking with them, it's not one that is professional or even humane. And so our concern is that the police has to recognize that their job is useful. They need to be able to get the patient where help can be offered, but it has to be done in a humane and professional manner.
Have there been any discussions with the Royal Grenada Police Force to convey the organization's concerns and perhaps lend suggestions to the police on how to approach and subdue individuals with mental health challenges?
We are in the process of doing this. As employee of the Ministry of Health, we have had conversations with the police over the years. There hasn't been anything recently because of COVID, but over the years we have, let's say, from the Ministry of Health, Mongay Hospital, we have had conversations with the police. But as the organization, from the organization's viewpoint, it's an ongoing thing, and we are in the process using patients themselves and their experiences as the medium by which we would address this.
Dr. Spencer, do you believe that part of the problem is that people with mental health issues are seen as less than others, hence less emphasis or focus is given to them?
That's what I alluded to in my first response. Patients are not seen as human beings. You know, they work for you and you get a glass, and they get a drink of rum or 2 cigarettes. They can't find jobs. They're ostracized in every aspect of life. And I think nothing is going to change until we as citizens, as a country, get to see get to accept that each one of us is depend on the other for our well-being. Now, say all of us would not be mentally ill, but we are the opportunity, where the chances are there that we may become so. And so I think for this to change, we have to start the education in primary school, very early in life, maybe even in kindergarten. Start this education that we are all God's children and we all need to be treated humanely, and with the emphasis on being empathic and caring and loving.
Mm-hmm. So are you saying finally that part of the problem is society's lack of awareness of the issue of mental health?
That is the greatest problem. And you see, it's not so much that we don't understand it. The fact is that we're not willing to be educated about it. And the education has to start early, as I said earlier. We can't wait until someone becomes a policeman, because that person who is a police officer or teacher or shopkeeper, for all his life, he's been seeing the patients in that way. So it's not going to change now because I have a uniform. If anything, it might get worse, because now I have the power and I could tell it to sit down and shut up, and I could abuse it in various ways. And therefore, it really has to start early for us all to recognize that they are also my brother's keeper.
All right, we'll leave it there for the time being. Dr. Edwin Spencer, President of the Friends of the Mentally Ill.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, in an unrelated story, police have made yet another arrest in connection with a gun-related incident. A businessman of Waltham St. Mark is the latest suspect to be charged with possession of a firearm and ammunition. Nisha Paul reports.
The arrest of 53-year-old Vincent St. Louis follows a complaint made to the police regarding an incident of assault with a firearm last Thursday. The charges were laid against the St. Mark businessman after a .380 pistol and 49 rounds of ammunition were discovered by lawmen during a search of his premises. Represented by attorney Peter David, St. Louis made his first court appearance on Monday before Magistrate Kina Marast at the Victoria Magistrates Court. He was granted $20,000 bail with 2 sureties. St. Louis has to report to the Victoria Police Station on Fridays between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. The St. Mark's businessman has to surrender all travel documents and must request permission from the court to travel. St. Louis was also ordered to have no contact with witnesses in the matter. He is scheduled to make his second court appearance on February 15th. For GBN News, I am Nisha Paul.
Well, the issue of illegal firearms possession is the topic done for discussion on this evening's Beyond the Headlines.
The Royal Grenada Police Force continues to battle the issue of illegal firearms and possession. In less than 2 weeks, 5 individuals have been arrested and charged for the offense. A St. Mark resident was brought to court and made to place bail in the sum of $20,000. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has indicated that he has a zero tolerance for gun violence.
Gun trafficking, gun crime in particular, is a significant public health risk. And so I've taken a zero tolerance to gun violence and illicit possession of firearms in Grenada.
In Trinidad, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley is urging relatives of those involved in criminal activity to assist in the fight against crime.
You have some responsibility, because to pretend that you don't know who is doing it and what is going on, and to expect miracles from the police to know who did it or who is thinking about doing it or who is hiding firearms in your house, we're asking people, if you know who isn't doing this, do the nation a favor and get that information to law enforcement.
GBN will discuss this issue tonight on Beyond the Headlines. Panelists include Grenada's Commissioner of Police, Edwin Martin.
Where is the sense of value, self-control, respect and restraint for others, and the value of life?
Trinidad and Tobago's former Commissioner of Police, Griffith, who took a no-nonsense approach to combating the issue.
This is Gotham City. You are Batman. Keep pressing. They're starting to love you. Congrats to you and your team. So as I conclude, this is Batman. Out.
Security expert Mr. Garvin Heerah believes that people are now taking the issue into their own hands.
People are taking it onto their own to deal with issues. Yes, and he's correct. Even if it is as low as just a land issue or a dispute, sometimes amongst family members. And we've had cases and seen cases where that has prevailed.
Also joining the discussion is the president of Grenada Gun Association, Duene Noel. Gun crimes and violence in the Caribbean, the topic of tonight's Beyond the Headlines program.
Nisha Peters reporting there. Rebranded and relocated, GUT Cooperative Credit Union is now Nexa Credit Union with new headquarters in St. George. Christina John has this report.
From Monday, January 23rd, what was the Grenada Union of Teachers Cooperative Credit Union is now operating under its rebranded name, Nexa Credit Union Limited, with its head office at a new location in the former RBTT building on the corner of Cross and Halifax Streets in the capital, St. George's. The credit union's new name comes from the word nexus, meaning connection. General Manager Ritisha Boyd described this as an evolution of the GUTCCU. Boyd adds that the new location will allow the credit union to better serve its members by providing a more modern, convenient, and comfortable banking experience.
Credit union is now at a critical juncture, where it must adapt to the changing needs of its members, society, and the environment in which we operate. To determine the direction a perception survey was conducted among our members and our non-members to obtain their views on the state of the credit union, their needs and expectations. This allowed the board and management to craft the future direction of the organization, which required a rebrand of the credit union to advance the transformation, a decision which our members readily approved at a general meeting.
A special ceremony was held on Sunday. The new headquarters features state-of-the-art technology, spacious, comfortable lobbies, and private offices with easy access to public transportation. As part of the credit union's transformation, the composition of the board of directors has also been reduced from 13 to 9 members. President Louis Williams says they are poised to make Nexa Credit Union the credit union of choice in Grenada and will not stop until that is achieved.
Currently, approximately 14,000 members. Throughout its operations, for the most part, and even up to present, the credit union has enjoyed steady growth in all the key areas. Our assets, our shares, profitability, liquidity, all the crucial and important aspects of growth. We have been trying to achieve that. This year, after 39 years of operations, the credit union is turning a new leaf to provide an even enhanced and improved level of service to its members and the public.
He notes that despite the many challenges, including that of the global pandemic, they have reason to serve their members. The Grenada Union of Teachers Cooperative Credit Union was established in 1983, 39 years ago, an idea birthed by Miss Denise DeCoto in 1977. She was specially recognized for her contribution.
I brought the idea to the credit union. They took it up immediately because I also want to give a little praise, a big praise to Mr. Julius Hossack, God rest his soul. He was part of the credit union. I think he was part of the league also. And he knew what the credit union would have meant for the union. And we were given the mandate to work on the credit union and to make it a reality. And so we did. And I'm very happy that I was able to, actually what happened, it was that I went on a social development course in Antigonish, Canada. And they mandated us when we come back home to put into practice what we were taught. And the credit union was one of the courses that I did. And this is the reality here.
Still ahead, senators debate tax amendment for alcohol and tobacco that comes into effect on February 1. Network News.
Paying is faster and easier with Glow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Glow, keeping you connected.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can back my sack. I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. enjoy the view. Rise up, look, no wings fly.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
Rep your colors. Hot 98 presents the 473 Colors Boat Ride. Going on Saturday, February 4. Get your tickets now at gotofed.com for only $65. Food included. Boarding time 7 p.m. The boat sails at 7:30. Music on board by the Hot 98 DJs plus other guest DJs.
Baby, calm down, calm down.
Rep your colors on the boat, cause this one here is gonna be epic. Lock the date, Saturday, February 4th, Hot 98, 473 Colors Boat Ride. Don't you miss this.
Bingo! Ladies and gentlemen, we say thank you for playing Megapulse Promotions Bingo! So, on Sunday, January 29th, 2023, from 5 p.m. at the National Stadium, we say it's appreciation time! Get ready to win $50,000 in cash! Yes, $50,000 in cash to be won! And hear this, tickets are only $20. Plus, the first 1,000 persons get a complimentary drink. Whoa! Now that's how we say thank you. Bingo fans, see you on January 29th at the National Stadium. As we say, it's appreciation time.
New me in 2023. Coming to Courts Optical today and enjoy up to 35% off your frames and lenses with flexible payment plans available from 3 to 24 months. Schedule your appointment online today on www.courtsoptical.com. At Courts Optical, our comprehensive eye exam is always free. All major insurance providers are accepted. See in store for details. New me 2023 with glasses from Courts Optical. Value you can see.
Do your dreams seem far away from coming true? The National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Jackpot is $270,000. Fulfilling your plans can be just one ticket away. So play today. Lotto. Play and win a lot of money. Do your dreams seem far away from coming true? The National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Jackpot is $270,000. Fulfilling your plans can be just one ticket away. So play today. Lotto. Play and win a lot of money.
You ate well, drank and indulged, laughed and had so much fun for the festive season. But now it's time. It's time for some serious detox business at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Start the year right with your health as a priority. Cleanse and flush your blood, liver and kidneys with quality herbs and supplements. Purchase one of our detox combo packs starting from $100. Purchase a full body detox pack starting from $500. Get 10% off on colonic irrigation. Get a chance to win a free colonic irrigation treatment and product coupons with every purchase. We are located in Grandin, minutes before the Food Fair Shopping Center, immediately opposite the old Capital Bank building in the Regency Commercial Suites. Give us a call at 231-6642 or 418-7115 or visit nirvana.gd for more info. It's time for some serious detox business at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. We know real body care. This offer is valid until March 31st, 2023. Terms and conditions apply.
Leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
This is Network News. Welcome back. Some workers of Cane Co Limited protested at the entrance of the business headquarters on Monday morning, opposing the termination of permanent cane harvesters. Griffith Thomas tells us more.
We now take a loan from the credit union, and look, we out of our job now. We don't know how we're going to pay back the credit union because we out of our job, and we don't know what would become of the company because they treat us very unkind and very bad.
I get a job letter from the company, which means that I was a permanent worker and I could get loan from any institution. And I went in the bank and took a loan on that behalf so that I could make my life better. And now that I'm in that situation now, so I really want the company to do what he had to do for the good worker.
And I just had to take a small loan there, and just last year they gave me a job letter to get the loan, because I had to get the job letter from the company to get the loan. So I don't know why they give me the job letter if they know that was going to happen.
And that was full-time workers of Renegade Rum Distillers, commonly known as Cane Co Limited, expressing their feelings on how their lives will change and of their employers. 27 of the harvesting team were given letters stating that their service will be terminated and rehired on the contract after already being sent home on leave for the month of January. The workers, along with their union, came out in protest action on Monday, saying the move by management was not first discussed with the union. Field officer of the Bank and General Workers Union, Griffith, says they stand in solidarity with the workers. He explains that after the workers received the letter on January 3rd, they did meet with management 3 times in attempt to solve the issue.
The first meeting, we told management the position that the workers were told by the supervisors to return back to the workplace, and it is unfair to them to have them stay home until the 30th. They had told us that they had to get in contact with their principals or the directors in the UK, and they get back to us. Subsequently, we had another meeting on the 13th of January where the union was served a letter informing us that the workers, instead of returning back to work on the 30th of January, they'll be severed and there'll be changes to the contractual arrangement. So they moved these workers here from full-time employees to seasonal workers, and they made this decision on their own.
Workers at Cane Co have already been unionized for roughly a year, and it was only on December 6, 2022, the first proposal was brought to the table for discussion by the union.
We submitted a proposal for the terms and conditions of the workers in December, I believe December 6th, I'm subjected to correction. So far, management has not sent back a counter proposal for us, but only sent a letter saying that they wish to sever the workers.
Griffith says management at Cane Co did explain why they decided to change the arrangement with workers.
Management presented their reasons that they're saying that if you look around, the cane is not yet ready for harvesting. But however, in the past, when this occurred, the workers would be absorbed into the maintenance department. So far, what is being on the table or put forward on the table is that management has since Ministry of Labor. So I believe the next place we would meet with management is at the negotiating table at the Ministry of Labor.
Through a press release, Cane Co stated that as per the Employment Act, Cane Co Limited has terminated the current contract of employment with the Cane Co harvesters and offered immediate re-employment on the new contracts as seasonal Cane Co harvesters. The release further states that each terminated worker shall receive all statutory compensation to which he or she is entitled. For GBN News, I am Griffith Thomas reporting.
Now, just about 10 days until the excise taxes on alcohol and cigarettes increase. Representatives in the Senate mulled over the tax amendment on Friday. Beverly Telesford reports.
Effective February 1st, 2023, there will be an increase in the excise tax on alcohol from EC $1.10 and EC $4.40 per liter to EC $1.50 and EC $5 per liter respectively, and the excise tax on cigarettes from 105 to 200%. While addressing the tax amendment for alcohol and tobacco during the sitting of the House of the Senate on Friday, Senator David Andrew, Minister for Education, Youth, Sports and Culture, said the NDC government is attempting to alleviate an issue which is affecting societies across the world.
Start by acknowledging that the issue we are attempting to address is indeed not just a local, but it's a regional and international problem, and I probably dare say crisis. And in my support for this resolution, I want to show us how internationally and locally it's necessary to take some form of action. I want to further put to us that this administration is taking a multi-pronged approach to treating this issue. Then according to the World Health Organization, there is a causal relationship between harmful use of alcohol and a range of mental and behavioral disorders.
Senator Quince Britton says the onus is on government to lead the people away from a culture that glorifies alcoholism.
We have a responsibility also to strengthen our laws and so on, because it doesn't matter what price that you set alcohol at. I've been to many fests. I used to be walking in bars and so on, and a bottle of drink or a bottle of alcohol that you normally pay, let's say $50 for, even if you double or triple the price, someone will still come to buy it.
Farmers and fishers representatives in the Senate, Roderick St. Clair, questioned some aspects of the amendment, which would allow government to collect more revenue from the increase in taxes.
It's my understanding that the excise tax, that taxing any farm is to, it means that we are paying money and the government at the end of the day would collect more revenue. How much monies are we anticipating as a country to collect in taxes from this excise tax pertaining to alcohol and cigarettes? Is it going to cause more or less consumption? And so I even was thinking before I come here, why don't we put some tax at the ports? And then they say, no, you cannot think about that because that may cause issues with trade regulations, and so I had to back out from that. So it's a tax that the user, the consumer, has to pay.
From February 1st, there will also be an increase in the value-added tax on carbonated beverages, soft drinks, sodas, and drinks with high sugar content from 15 to 20%. For GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
The Grenada Published Authors Incorporated is partnering with an alumnus of St. George's University in an initiative to raise funds for the restoration of the public library. Nisha Paul reports.
The initiative, dubbed Beautiful Grenada, is a fundraising effort involving publishing an anthology of poems before Grenada celebrates 50 years of independence in February 2024. Director of the Grenadian Published Authors Inc., David Ambrose, says proceeds from the sale of the book will be donated to the Public Library Restoration Fund. He issued a call for the submission of poetry, photographs, and artwork depicting the parishes, its beautiful people, our history, food, carnival, and other festivals and traditions, or anything that paints the beauty of the country.
We're going to put those together in that book. We've already identified someone, a Grenadian painter. In fact, we've identified Susan Mains, a Grenadian artist. She has pledged one of her paintings to be the cover of that book already. So we expect to have a lot of poems. We want to put together 100 poems plus some artwork or images in the book.
Interested persons have until July 1st to send in their contributions via email.
The entry points are myself, David Ambrose, here in Grenada, and we also have Dr. Stan Suchka, who's based in Orlando, and Mr. Anthony Derriggs, who's based in Brooklyn. And so we have our email addresses to which people could submit their pieces, their poetry, as well as the images of the paintings and the photographs. Our email addresses are on flyers that we're circulating even as we speak, and they're all over social media. I am also going to contact the Ministry of Education because we like students to be involved. Primary students, secondary students, students at the tertiary institutions like TAMCC and SGU, in addition to Grenadians worldwide and Friends of Grenada.
The initiative is the brainchild of Dr. Stan Suchka, who was among the first graduates of St. George's University. He wants to give back to the Grenadian society.
He really loves our country. He just wanted to give something back to express his gratitude. So when he heard about the library issue, and then later he saw that government had extended $800,000 towards the libraries, then he came up with the idea that this could be a way in which he could give back. He's also a poet. He has published a book of poetry, and a lot of his poems are about Grenada.
Ambrose says contributors to the book will receive complimentary copies. The book will also be available on the island and online. For GBN News, I am Nisha Paul.
This evening's ISAW submission may take a little more than a peek. Fun, learning and exercise of the eye muscles are among the benefits that can be enjoyed in this ISAW.
Tonight's ISAW submissions are a quick way to do a basic eye test while having a little fun. In this optical illusion image, there is a car key hidden in plain sight among the cars. Can you spot the car keys in about 10 seconds? Now let's try this one. This is a card of random letters. Can you find 8 words in about 60 seconds? How good do you think your eyesight is after these quick fun tests? Let's see. What's your next ISAW suggestion? Share with us your interesting photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
A good eye catches all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
When we return, a new non-profit organization launched in Grenada.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spicile Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Spicile Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Spicile Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grandlands. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 440-1500. or visit any of our 3 locations. Spy Cell Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money
It's GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
We're reporting the day's news. Generation Grenada Foundation, Inc., a non-profit organization, was launched this past week. Christina John has this report.
Generation Grenada Foundation, Inc. said it is committed to young people's career development, caring for people who are differently abled, and actualizing initiatives to elevate our holistic human capability. More directly, the non-profit organization strives to build sustainable grassroots programming that is responsive to areas of need in Grenada and the wider Caribbean region. The launch, organized in partnership with the Authentic Caribbean Foundation, a non-profit organization organization based in Massachusetts, was held at the Cuyaba Beach Resort. One of the directors of Generation Grenada Inc., Andrew Sharp, says their plans include looking at policies and making adjustments in some instances. This, he says, will mean working hand in hand with government to offer recommendations.
First started, I looked at Disability Act across the region. We still have Caribbean islands who have not implemented Disability Act. I challenged the Jamaican government. I even spoke on a big meeting with the Prime Minister when he had a town hall meeting, and I said, when are you guys going to enforce that act? When are you going to gazette the act? So we were instrumental to be able to get that act gazetted, so that, and that's what we plan to do. You know, it's going to take a little while. We got to, you know, work along and see how we can, but it's so important that we look at policy. And I think in the region, understanding democracy is so crucial, and that's what we have learned working with ICS, that policies make crucial changes.
He touched on some of what they intend to work on.
Bradford can tell the first thing I went to the school PS that you assigned me for, first thing I picked up, where's the ramp? Where is the signage for disability car? So those are some of the things that we will be working closely. We know Rome didn't build overnight, but we have these plans that we will definitely be actioning and looking at the government policy to recommend. And the team is amazing. We have an amazing team who has great background in these various areas. And then gradually we're making that kind of change.
Another director and board member, Caroline Henry, touched on the topic of inclusion.
This topic of inclusion is such a deep one, and there are many things that we are forced to unlearn ourselves. You know, we say it happens in the society, but we make up the society. So there are many things that we're forced to unlearn if we want to build these practices that are more inclusive, right? So for instance, the word, like you mentioned, disabled, you know, the word, I'm sure you've heard differently abled as a more affirming and positive way to think of that. I'm sure you've heard the word neurodiverse to think about the continuum of diversity. So there are many ways we can even start something as simple as the language that we're using, right? We can do workshops and training around that. What does it mean to have an inclusive workspace? What does it mean to have an inclusive classroom, right?
Members of the board of directors of Generation Grenada Inc. include Caroline Henry, Joshua Andel, Andrew Sharp, Kitaka Mautu, and Ambassador Yolan Smith. Christelina John, GBN News.
6 teams advance in GFA's Independence Cup. We take a break and we'll be back with the sports news.
It's your Gifts of Love for Cheer 2.0. 'Tis the season for holly jolly days at the communal. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Getting on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2023. Share the gift of love. Offer ends January 31st, 2023. Lending terms and conditions apply. Gifts of Love with Trent.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
Rep your colors. Hot 98 presents the 473 Colors Boat Ride. Going down on Saturday, February 4. Get your tickets now at gotofed.com for only $65. Food included. Boarding time 7 p.m. The boat sails at 7:30. Music on board by the Hot 98 DJs plus other guest DJs.
Baby, calm down, calm down.
Rep your colors on the boat, cause this one here is gonna be epic. Lock the date, Saturday, February 4th. Hot 98 473 Colors Boat Ride. Don't you miss this.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Sporting fans, good evening. Paradise FC International knocked out of the 2023 GFA Independence Cup. After last weekend's matches, 6 teams have already advanced from the round of 16. We get more from GFA's communications officer, Heerah Murray.
The excitement continued over the weekend in the GFA Independence Cup. On Saturday, that's the 21st of January, we had 3 matches. One of those matches again had to be decided by a penalty shootout, and that was between Springs FC and Queen's Park Rangers. In the match, Springs scored first, but in the late stages of the match, Queen's Park Rangers equalized, and in full time it was 1-1, and then it went to the sudden death penalty shootout in which Springs won over Queen's Park 3-1. In the other results, we had Hurricanes SC winning a tough encounter against Paradise FC International 1-0, and then Shamrock winning convincingly against SAFL 4-1. Then we move to the matches on Sunday. Hard Rock beat Mountrich SC in a Northern Derby 4-1. FC Camahan beat Fontenoy United 2-0, and Sunsetters got the better of Saab Spartans SC 2-0. And all these teams, we say congratulations to them as they move forward to the quarterfinals.
GFA's communications officer, Heerah Murray. To basketball, the preliminary stage of the Subway Inter-Secondary School basketball tournament has concluded. Communications Officer in the Ministry of Sports, Corinne Maureen Alexander, has the lineup of the upcoming matches.
The Subway Secondary School's basketball tournament moves on to its semi-final round of competition in the female division and the quarterfinals in the male division. In the female division, Group 1, first place went to St. Joseph's Convent St. George's, second, MacDonald College. Group 2, first went to Grenville Secondary School, second went to Anglican High School. Semi-final matches in the female division, February 2nd, 2023. St. Joseph's Convent St. George's played plays against Anglican High School at the Carnage, and Grenville Secondary School versus MacDonald College, Grenville. All games begin at 3 p.m. Results for the male division: Group 1 first went to MacDonald College, second to St. Mark's Secondary School. Group 2 first went to Presentation Brothers College, second place went to Happy Hill Secondary School. Group 3 first went to Grenada Boys Secondary School, second to Wesley College. Group 4 first went to Grenville Secondary School, second place went to St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School, SAS. Quarterfinal matches to be played on February 1st are MacDonald College versus Wesley College at Guelph starting at 3 p.m. Grenada Boys Secondary School versus St. Mark's Secondary School at the Carnage from 2 p.m. Presentation Brothers College versus St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School on the Carnage after Game 1, and the Grenville Secondary School versus Happy Hill Secondary School at Grenville at 3 p.m. All upcoming matches are knockouts. Congratulations to the teams moving on to the next stage of competition.
Corinne Maureen Alexander. Cricket now. Rwanda caused one of the upsets in the ICC Women's Under-19 T20 World Cup with a 4-wicket victory over the West Indies Rising Stars. We get more in this report.
Winning the toss and electing to bat, the Rising Stars' bats faltered against the Rwandan bowling as they were bowled out for 70 in 16.3 overs. Only opener Reliana Grimon got into double figures with a knock of 18. Marie Mukunde was the best bowler for Rwanda with an incredible 4 wickets for 8 runs, 3.3 overs. In their turn at the crease, Rwanda's captain Giselle Ishimwe led from the front with a top score of 31 not out to guide her team to the upset victory. The West Indies Under-19 women will play in England in their final Super 6 game on Wednesday.
That's the sports news for now. We begin in Guyana. The Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit is making significant efforts to extradite several individuals currently under investigation for gun-related crimes. The individuals are believed to have been involved in importing and distributing illegal narcotics in the country. More in this HGP TV report.
We want to go after the persons linked to narcotics here in Guyana, put them before our court system, and then afterwards, whomever has an interest in them, after they've served their sentence, then that can be explored.
That was head of the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit, Kanu, James Singh, on the sidelines of a destruction exercise of cocaine and marijuana. James further revealed that there are several Guyanese in other countries who are currently on investigation for trafficking cocaine as well as other drug-related crimes, many of whom are facing criminal charges. Additionally, he disclosed that a number of joint investigations between Guyana and foreign countries in relation to drug trafficking are ongoing, with 3.7 tons of marijuana and over 124 kilograms of cocaine seized from various ports of entry through operations conducted by Kanu in 2022. James underscored that the aim of having offenders placed before the local courts is to demonstrate government's intolerance for the illicit use of narcotics. Meanwhile, all the underage persons have been prosecuted for the possession of ecstasy and other drugs. The Kanu head explained that his department, in collaboration with the Education Ministry, has rolled out an anti-narcotics program in schools.
We had some issues with narcotics being peddled through the schools. Since last year, we began a program with the Ministry of Education to sensitize both teachers and students in the various schools across the country about what different types of drugs are, how it's being peddled, how it's being concealed. So I'm happy to say that we have a program that's continuing into this year.
The program will ramp up its effort this year of tackling the use of illegal drugs in schools across the country.
Over in Trinidad, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley is urging relatives of those involved in criminal activity to assist with the fight against crime. Details from TTT News.
You have some responsibility, because to pretend that you don't know who is doing it and what is going on, and to expect miracles from the police to know who did it or who is thinking about doing it or who is hiding firearms in your house. We're asking people, if you know who isn't doing this, do the nation a favor and get that information to law enforcement.
He condemned what he described as people with firearms, believing that it is open season on the population. The head of the National Security Council said there are plans to move firmly in response. On Saturday, January 21st, the homicide figure for 2023 reached 30.
In March, we are going to have a discussion on this matter as to how far we can go, how far we should go, what enforcement is lacking, and what resources we'll direct, because it is now in a situation where we have to respond, and respond in a way that people don't feel that they could do this to the country with impunity on excuses that they don't have this and they don't have that.
Meanwhile, addressing the non-extension of former Acting Police Commissioner McDonald Jacob's contract, PM Rowley thanked Mr. Jacob for his service and shed some light on the progress of appointing someone to the post.
The Minister of National Security advised the National Security Council that the Commission is far advanced with its exercise and should be in a position to make a recommendation for a commissioner in the substantive post anytime now. I don't know who they are evaluating or what recommendation they will make. What I do know is that Mr. Jacob is an applicant there.
Stay with us. We'll remind you of the headlines in a moment. This is GBN. A reminder of the headlines. Police to investigate shooting and subsequent death of Stephen Carrington in another police-involved incident with a mentally ill person. Cane co-workers protest management's decision to terminate harvesters' contracts. Senators debate tax amendment for alcohol and tobacco that comes into effect on February 1. And around the globe, regionally, joint probe ongoing for several Guyanese facing drug trafficking charges. Internationally, French workers angered by French president's pension plan strike en masse. Plus, in the sports news, 6 teams advance in GFA's Independence Cup. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online, gbn.gd, or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. That's it for now. I'm Ken Roy Batiste. Good night.
The former TNT top cop was keen on rooting out gun-related violence. He has been known for his